What's going on, guys? So it is currently 11 o'clock at night, coming back from work. And so one thing that I'm realizing is that pleasure is something that can make you blind, that can take away your sight, because pleasure creates thoughts, which makes you put your attention onto your thoughts and your feelings, which makes you not be able to see what is happening in the world. And so what we have to do is be able to study. Start learning to study. Study things instead of you being studied. And what I mean by that is there's either a creator or created. And so if you're constantly focusing on your thoughts, focusing on your feelings, then what happens is that you don't have the ability to see. If you don't have the ability to see, then you can't act properly. And so if you can't act properly, then someone will show you how to act and guide you in a way that will get them what they want. This is the reason why that there are jobs and people are living other people's dreams. They're working for other people's dreams instead of them living their dream. Let's get a little bit more deeper on that. The job that you're working on, who created it? Maybe a young kid like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. They were 15, 16, 17 years old, had an idea, had a dream. They pursued it. And there's someone like you that's sitting on a desk doing the work to fulfill their dream, because they had the ability to see. They had the ability to live. They had the ability to see and figure out what their dream is. Because I'm sitting here on my seat on my bike, and I'm recognizing that while I focus on my core, focus on my center, and my attention goes in and out. And when it goes out, and there's this thought that goes, I'm studying. And what happens is that I'm not studying just on a book. I'm studying life. I'm studying what's happening around me. Because if we're so stuck on thoughts and feelings, we let that control us, and this is the reason why we're so scared and fearful on things. This is the reason why you're a bitch. Because let's say, for an example, you are walking and someone walks past you. You feel the feeling, you feel the sensation of your heart beating a little bit more faster. You start feeling a little bit more intense. It starts feeling a little scary. Maybe because of their presence, maybe because of what they're emanating, or maybe because you have your own beliefs. Now, let's say, for an example, you say, what are they doing? And you start looking at their body behavior, their body language, and you start studying them. Now out of nowhere, you start getting in control. And the feelings that you had kind of start dissipating or starts becoming insignificant because your attention is going on to something else. Because whatever you put your attention on, it expands. The thing that you're putting your attention on, your experience starts being swallowed by whatever you're putting your attention on. So if you put your attention on thoughts and feelings, all it does is grow. But if you put your attentions on what is happening in the world, focus on your core, focus on what is happening in front of you, what is happening right now. Forget your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings is your own creation. It is something that comes and goes. It is something that can be changed. Just with a little bit of affirmation, you can go to having thoughts and feelings of poverty. Then if you switch your thoughts and feelings, you have it into richness. Both of those are garbage. And I'm sorry to say, for a lot of you, the guys that put number one priority into switching your mindset and becoming positive, thoughts and feelings is not the most important thing. The most important thing is to be able to see what is happening, have clarity. That is the number one thing. Now let me get this real straight. Positivity, changing your mindset, having affirmations, those things are tools to be able to help you change your attention onto something different. But what I'm saying is that you have to have the ability to see. Because if you don't have the ability to see, then again, you're going to be seen. My memory went off, but what I'm saying is that, as I said in my last video, the first thing first is attention. That is your soul. Whatever you put your attention at, that's what you experience. If you put your attention on poverty, it will be poverty. If you put attention on richness, it will be richness. If you put your attention onto God, there will be God. If you put your attention onto the devil, there will be a devil. So I want you need to make this a big priority, that first, attention. And so what you need to understand is that if your life is shit, if it is garbage, if it is not good, if you're like, please, I'm hearing you, but I still can't change it, I feel like I can't change it, nothing changes, good. First thing first, attention. Wherever is happening is that your attention is onto those thoughts and feelings. Because the person that's next to you is not thinking that, is not feeling that. Actually, there's other people that are living jolly lives, feeling Christmas every single day. And you're over there feeling like you're in a dungeon and your life is shit. So, what you need to do is, first thing first, write down attention. Once you're able to do that, then you could be able to start being able to see how you can have a better experience by becoming more aware. I'm at Wawa right now. I gotta put a bike air into this pump. So this bike right here, I actually got it. I was going to the like a location, and I was going to so I was going to the location, and I found this bike in the middle of nowhere, and I needed a bike because I was just about to start work. God gives you things when you just follow and trust, I promise you. But let's pump this up. My camera's a little messed up, but it's okay. They have like free air, so. You guys fell, sorry. I'm gonna keep that right here. Oh my god. All right, so let's get home. So yeah, that's the first thing, is you have to be able to get attention, and then everything else can be able to go. I'm gonna check these tires again because I want to make sure it's good. But the cool thing is, like I said, I got these bikes for basically free. That's good. All right. Thanks be to God. All right. So, yeah, so that's the first thing, attention. Okay, because, yeah, I don't really want to even talk too much about it. But either way, we're going to start getting more videos like this. Because I just need to record more, you know? And like I said, we're going to be one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. I don't want to talk too much about it. The reason why I don't want to talk too much about it is because like if you're the biggest YouTuber in the world, you're not gonna just like keep saying I'm gonna be the biggest YouTuber in the world. I mean, you can, but like it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. So, but either way, I set off to do it, and then we just do it. But today was a good day, and what made it a good day is that I read the Bible right when I woke up. I made sure I prayed, I meditated, and then after that I created a schedule for the day. I hit 3 puffs of marijuana, and then I got to work. One thing that I got to be able to realize today is that you're gonna need to be specific on the actions that you take on each task that you do. So let's say, for an example, I need to take a shower. Okay, but then what are the action steps to be able to take that shower? You're gonna have to get your clothes. You're gonna have to get your clothes. You're gonna have to get your soap. You're gonna have to get all these different things, and then you also want to bring the notebook with you. not the notebook, but like a little pad, like showing you what you need to do in the moment, because it seems like that, like, I seem to, even though I created a schedule for the day, my mind doesn't remember everything that I'm gonna do throughout the day. So it's like, this moment, what do I need to do? If I just go ahead and in my mind I try to figure it out, it's gonna forget things. It's not freaking AI or software. Like, it's gonna forget things. And so, like, even in military, the people, what they say is they don't rely on memory. They make sure that they have notes and, you know, like, reminders telling them what they need to be able to do. And so that's one thing I've been recognizing is something that needs to be done. It is not something that is like, oh, like a pleasure thing. You guys know what I mean by that? Like, some of us, at least for me, I think that, like, oh, like, this is not what needs to be done, but it's something that would be, like, cool to do. But it's not something that's cool to do. It's needed to be done, or you're gonna ultimately fail. You know? And the one thing that really helped me to start getting my life to start being good is God. Being able to understand that it is not I, but it is God. And I'm being real with that, bro. Like, you need to understand that God takes care, bro. Like, God takes care of this. You don't take care of it. Like, you do your part, and He does His part. You got a big part. But when you start trying to do God's job, you're gonna mess up. And you could go ahead and disobey the commandment of understanding what's in your control and what's not in your control. If you disobey the commandment and start trying to do things that you can't control, you're gonna suffer. Because again, what's in your control is in your control. What's out of your control, who's handling it? You could call it God, call it the universe, but I think that the only thing that we should call it is God. The universe, it just sounds so like, first of all, there's multiple universes, and then there's something bigger than the universe, so we're gonna call it existence, like, it's just God. Yeah. But that's exactly what it is. So I'm about to go home, and so what happened, so this is my schedule for now, is I go to work at 3. We're working all day, 24 hours throughout the day, like a fucking man, because you have to understand that a man works. He doesn't sit down, all because he went to work for another man's dream, which is gay. That you go ahead and sit down and be lazy and watch a movie that another man created. You see what I'm saying? You're a bitch. Do you understand? You're not a man. What you do is you go to work for another man's business, then once you're done, you go home and whatever you do on the eat trash food, then you watch a movie that was created by another man, and then you do the same thing over and over again, and then you call yourself your man. We need to be able to create and have an understanding and analyze and dissect what is a man. So I'm gonna go home. I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit more. So, guys, so I'm kind of getting into this analysis and this decision making, which is something that needs to be really looked at. Make a decision based on really pondering over it, thinking over it, and not making a decision based on pleasure that just feels exciting, that feels so great that you just follow it. You got to think with the reasoning mind, which is one of the highest calibration things that you could possibly do, is think. And so what I've been starting to look at is right now I'm living with one of my family members, and yes, I was homeless, and yes, I went to jail, and yes, I went to a mental hospital, and now I am living with one of my family members, and she is pretty much taking care of me. I do have a job, and yes, I am working, but I'm looking at is I need my own place because I can't call myself a man. I can't take care of things really if I have someone taking care of me. But the only thing is I just got the job, and if I just got the job, then it's getting a little like I'm still like thinking over this, or I need some more clarity on it. But the point, okay, I got a job, just got the job, got my first paycheck. Now we need to understand that if we're gonna get an apartment, then we need to be able to have first rent and ends of rent. The end, like the second rent, like two rents we need. So we're gonna have to save up. But then also there's also apartments or places where people are just they own the house and they're having a room where I could be able to rent. And I could be able to do that, and I might not need like the first and second rent, which sometimes they do, but either way it's a lot cheaper, $400, $500, and I could be able to take care of now. The only thing is that I don't have a car, and so I'm using a bicycle to go to work, and so it could be a long distance from going from apartment or the place I'm staying all the way to the house, which could take quite a while. That's one look at. And then also, if I leave the house that I'm staying at, I don't have no place to stay, so I'm gonna have to get like those extended stay type of hotels. I'm still paying the bill though. It's like $300 a week pot. Like, yeah, I have to look at it. $300 a week, and so in a month that's almost $1,200, which is pretty much an apartment. But I don't have to pay a month in second rent, so I could be able to do that for a month. My job right now, I haven't got the full month, but by me looking and tracking some income, it's like $2,200 that I get. So if I pay $1,200 for the extended stay, then I could be able, if I save the money, I still have to buy cheap ass food that's still gonna give me massive protein, because our body's gonna get big, extremely big, as Hercules. We still need to be able to get food, so that might be we could do like $100 a month. Now we still have like $500, $600. We could be able to have the $600 for 2 months, we could save that up, and then we can get a second rent. We could be able to do that, and I think that would be really good. I think it's being, taking more responsibility and not letting some other person take care of me. Now, those are the pros. Now, let's look at the cons. The cons of that is that my family member, she's pretty much getting me food and all that, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but that's pretty much pleasure in a way. What's another con? I don't know. It's really thinking about this. I'm thinking off this in the dome. Like, this is. I'm just talking with you guys. Okay. What's a pro? Okay, listen. So, what's a pro of me moving out and doing my plan that I've been talking about? I'm going to be a man. I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to provide for myself. I'm going to take care of myself. What is the con? I might fail. I might lose. How will I fail? How will I lose? I might not have enough money. Because the extended stay, there might have rules. I could stay there for a month. But even with that, they might tell me that I have to pay in front a certain amount of money, which this all needs to be researched. But like, I need to pay like what? Possibly pay like $1,200 up front just to be able to get, just to live there. And it's just a lot, but it's a risk that should be taken, that could be taken. I don't know if I should. This is the reason why. Because the thing is that if I fail, I might go homeless. That's the problem. And if I have a place to stay, why would I put myself in a predicament that will get me into a place that will cause pain, and that will cause hurt, and that will cause me to struggle? And God does not want me to be homeless. He really doesn't. Either way, my life is getting extremely good. It's getting good. Like, I'm getting structured, I'm getting good. So either way, even if I did end up getting into homeless, I would still be doing YouTube. I would still be meditating. I would still be planning out my day. I would still be working. So either way, I'm going to have money. So it wouldn't be a long term of having homeless. But then again, I'll probably be in a shelter. But then again, it's not as safe. So we need to look more into the pros and cons of this. Okay. What is another pro of doing the plan that I'm talking about? I could be able to do YouTube, because this is the main goal, is that we already said what we're going to say about YouTube. So I'm going to be able to do that, because me being at this house, she doesn't want me to record. Like, this is like water for me. So you're going to tell me I can't record? But then again, it's her rules, right? And she's helping me. So I understand that. What is the con of this plan? I don't know what I'm doing. That could be a possible thing as well. And I already got myself in a predicament that I was homeless. So that wouldn't be, I need to know what I'm doing. What's another pro? I don't know. But we're just going to have to look at it. We're going to have to do some research. Tell me what you guys think. Because the thing is, guys, is that, being a man is taking risk. And everything that you do for you to be able to grow, there's going to be some risk involved. But then also, there's not making stupid decisions. There's steps by steps on this. So I really have to look at it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow because we're on a 100-day streak. So, alright guys. See you tomorrow.